So it's been 3 days now since the Fury Usyk fight, and there are a few reflections from that fight. First of all, I think that the hate that Tyson Fury is getting is really I can't believe that he's getting that much hate. Now look, I know he's been talking a lot of crap. I know he's been disrespectful to Usyk. But when has Fury never been disrespectful to an opponent? Okay, sometimes he's nicer to them, like the Dillian White build-up. Sometimes he doesn't talk shit about them, but that's because he probably knows he's going to win the fight, so he doesn't feel the need to talk as much trash to his opponent. But this time against Usyk, he talked a lot of trash about Usyk because, yeah, I guess there's a level of threat there. He did the same thing to Deontay Wilder. He did the same thing to Vladimir Klitschko. So the outpouring of hatred towards Tyson Fury and the glee in which people are showing now, such as Hatman and G-man and people like True Geordie, is honestly pathetic. It is honestly pathetic. If Fury didn't say, I'm going to beat him up, I'm the best ever, blah, 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 they'd say, oh, his confidence is low. Fury hasn't got it. He doesn't believe in himself anymore. But when he does talk trash about Usyk and say he's going to bust him and he's a middleweight and he's going to do this and that to him, he's going to write him off, he's going to take his soul. Oh my God, it's so unacceptable. Tyson Fury, how could he say that about Usyk? Look, take nothing away from Usyk. He seems to be a very good man, seems to be a good role model when it comes to boxing for younger fighters. But why are they acting like trash talking is not part of the game? Oh my God, he pushed him at the weigh-in. Have you lot just started watching boxing or something? And it's not coming from people who just started watching boxing as well. It's just coming from people who are just really salty for some reason, and I don't know why. Okay, you could say that you can make a case that Fury has lied a lot and he's ducked opponents or waited them out, so to speak. Yeah, I agree with that. But come on, man, you're getting the fight. You got the fight. I really don't see the reason for that. Anyway, I thought the event was brilliant. Fury's walkout got me really gassed. I can't lie, that was a brilliant walkout. Just seeing him coming out like that in such a good mood with the I Need a Hero song. Usyk, his entrance was serious as well. You're like, damn man, I wouldn't want to face this guy on the battlefield. And let's get into it. So yeah, I thought the fight was brilliant. It was a really good fight. Usyk started out fast, hit Tyson to the body quite a few times. Tyson was still kind of in the early stages of figuring out what to do. He was getting pushed back a lot, but Usyk was throwing that left hand from early. He caught him in the first round, caught him nice in the first round, caught him straight away in the second round as soon as it came out of the corners. And Fury didn't do much. He showed a few nice feints and maybe just some jabs. Sometimes Fury just throws a jab to the opponent's hand just to kind of get them thinking. That's something he does a lot. He doesn't quite commit to the jab yet. So in round 1 and 2, I would probably give them to Usyk. Then in round 3, we saw a lot more from Fury. He started to land the jab a bit better. He started to he started to get to Usyk, but still I would say Usyk was the one on top. He was throwing the better shots. He was throwing that nice right hand to the body, nice left hand to the body, and was trying to get to Fury up top. 4, 5, 6, probably, and 7. Wow, that was vintage Tyson Fury. Honestly, it was brilliant stuff. I was very impressed with the way Fury was using the jab, obviously using that backhand uppercut, that right uppercut, hitting him to the body with some beautifully placed shots, moving nicely. At times, I would say in round 6 and 7, he was making Usyk look like a little boy. He was controlling him, dominating him. And to me, it looked like a couple of rounds more and he would have stopped Usyk. It was that dominant in that 6th and 7th round. I was very impressed with Fury. He really rolled back the years. I was gassed. I was like, this is old school Fury. And he even channeled the old school Fury with the shorts that he was wearing, same color as Klitschko. He took it back to basics. None of these fancy walkouts on the throne or anything. It was good stuff. It was really good stuff. And Usyk was looking beaten up. He had a cut over his eye. He looked like he was out of his depth. However, In the eighth round, Usyk started to come back. He started to land some really good shots on Tyson. Left hands, beautiful left hands. And I'll be real, Tyson, he showed his defense is very sloppy. Like, he would leave his hands down a lot of the time. When he would punch, he'd get caught by Usyk. And you could start to see the effect that it was having on Fury. You could see his nose get bust up. And at one point, it looked like his orbital bone had broken. Because if anybody has watched boxing before, they've seen that mouse under the eye, or that like brown marking that occurs straight away after a punch under an eye, usually is a result of an orbital bone fracture. But it doesn't seem like that's the case anyway. But Fury was clearly bothered by it, whatever had happened. Usyk started to turn up the heat, man, and Tyson Fury showed that he couldn't deal with the pressure on the ropes. He, like I said, he was dropping his hands after punching, and that's exactly what happened when he got caught in that 9th round. He threw a little flurry, and then Usyk threw a right hand hook, and then followed up with a disgusting left hand which spanned Fury's head. And we've all seen the pictures. And yeah, as soon as I saw Fury sink like that into the ropes, his facial expression changed and he just sank into the ropes. I was like, this is good night Vienna now. He got battered from pillar to post. And I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, how come the referee didn't let Usyk finish him? Listen, in boxing, if you get held up by the ropes, and Fury was kind of half crouching in a half squat position with both hands on the ropes, leaning on the ropes. He was being held up by the ropes. So if that's the case, the referee gives an 8 count, gives a count. Like, I don't understand why people keep saying, oh, the referee should have finished him off. Like, it's just stupid and doesn't make sense. And it just shows me that you really haven't watched boxing before. If you are being held up by the ropes, which in this case Fury was, his balance was all over the place. He had 2 hands. He was crouched down, leaning on the ropes. Listen, that is a count. Okay, the referee did the right thing. And again, we're hearing all this rubbish. Oh, the 10 count was so long. I can't believe the 10 count was so long. Has there ever been a referee who's held a stopwatch in his hand and counted 1, 2, 3? It's not like that. The referee gives a 10 count or an 8 count or whatever it is. But it's never supposed to be exactly according to a Swiss watch. Like, that's not how it works, man. You count, and obviously in some cases you check to see, has the fighter recovered? They grab the guy's gloves. Sometimes they even tell them to walk here and walk back. That's the way it is, man. If anything, you're giving the fighter a chance to show you that you can still fight on. And the referee was proved vindicated. He was completely vindicated because Tyson did recover, and that's testament to Tyson Fury. But he took some serious damage in that 9th round, like damage where I would probably say this is going to have long-lasting effects on him, and he probably really shouldn't fight on, in my opinion. Obviously, he probably will for the get back for the rematch, but that was some damaging stuff, and that's going to have an effect on Fury, whether it's in the next fight or in fights after that. But to me, the sad news is that it looks like Fury's punch resistance is gone, because we've never seen him that hurt. Against Wilder, it was 1 punch, he got up, he recovered straight away. Whereas this, it's looking like his punch resistance is gone. After that, Usyk didn't manage to finish him. I think he dominated the next 2 rounds. Fury was recovering, didn't throw much. I would say the last round was probably nip and tuck. It's really hard to say who won that round. If we're being generous, we could give it to Fury, but to be honest, I'd need to watch that again to decide who to give it to. I haven't watched the whole fight back again. But yeah, Usyk won that fight. I don't think there was any reason for a split decision at all. Fury's obviously going to say that he won it because he's a fighter and that's what he does. Again, people saying, how could Fury say he won that fight? He's a fighter, man. He's never lost a fight. Of course he's going to say he won the fight. Of course he's going to be a bit bitter about it. He was still gracious in defeat. He didn't throw a hissy fit like Joshua. But he said, but he did say the comment about Ukraine. But he's a fighter, man. What do you expect? He just got beaten for the first time in his professional career. Of course he's going to say that. But yeah, I thought Usyk definitely won that. 8-4 would be fair. in my opinion. 8 rounds to 4. Fury looked sensational, honestly, in the middle rounds. He looked like he would stop Usyk, but he wasn't. Listen, either he wasn't able to step his foot on the gas, or Usyk is just that damn tough. The way he came back, I was like, Tyson, why have you stopped? Why have you stopped? Usyk is going to start throwing back, and that's exactly what he did in the 8th round. That's exactly what he did. The guy is, in that sense, the guy is a monster. However, let's not like make Usyk out to be some defensive wizard or some Pernell Whitaker / Floyd Mayweather style defensive wizard, because he's not. He's very hittable. He looks very vulnerable when he gets hit. He just shells up, and that means you can throw more shots at him. But Fury didn't step on the gas. The amount of time Fury hit him with shots to the body, and then he coupled it up with maybe a shot to the head, Usyk didn't really have a response for that. Let's be real. He did a bit later, once it seemed he'd recovered and Fury wasn't able to shoot with as much conviction as he was in the previous round. But Usyk looks very vulnerable going backwards. From a puncher like Tyson Fury, who could put shots together and was really whipping them under the ribs and through the middle. So like, there are some things there that Usyk is vulnerable with, but nobody seems to talk about them. Everybody seems to talk about just the body shots, but even AJ was catching him. Dubois caught him a lot. I thought Dubois did very well against him, but he's still brilliant. His left hand is beautiful. Like, I've never seen somebody throw a double left hand. He threw a double left hand at Tyson Fury, and they both landed. It was brilliant. He deserved it. He won. He doesn't need to fight anybody else after this. If they do the rematch, and that's a big if, because I don't know if they will. And I don't know if Tyson should. Part of me wants Tyson to do it, obviously, because I want to see him get revenge. I want to see him win and show people he's not some bum. All of a sudden, according to the internet, Tyson's a bum. Hatman, oh my god, he got dropped by Nevin Pikage. Yeah, like 10 years ago. Like, come on, man. Usyk went 50-50 with Marius Bradis. Nobody's sitting here talking about Bradis as some world-class operator. No one. I don't care. So I want to see him get the get back, but at the same time, part of me thinks, listen, he got knocked out last time. This time, he got beaten last time. This time, he's going to get knocked out. And I don't want to see that, to be honest, because I like Tyson Fury. I've been a supporter of him, despite the fact that he's changed considerably since he's come back and he's sold out. He's definitely sold his soul to the devil. I'm not going to get into what I mean by that, but I'm sure a lot of people will know. He used to support certain causes and now he doesn't. And then all of the kind of the Derek Chisora stuff last year, fighting Chisora and fighting Ngannou instead of taking the Usyk fight, that really ground my gears, and it really wound people up. So I understand, like, he's not the same guy he used to be. He's not the people's champ. But part of me still likes him. It's like The Rock. That guy's definitely changed. But because I grew up watching him, there's part of me that still likes him. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of want him to have the rematch. But I don't know. I think this time Usyk will have less respect for him. And I think his punch resistance is gone, honestly. I hope that's not the case, but it looks like it. So let's hope they do the rematch. In some ways, yeah, I hope they do the rematch. But apparently, I've just seen the news, Tyson Fury has activated the rematch clause already. Whether he follows through with it is something to be seen, because we know what he's like. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't and he starts to chase AJ, which in my opinion is a dangerous move, because if he gets beaten by AJ, not to say he can't beat AJ, definitely can, but if he does get beaten by AJ, who will take a lot of confidence from yesterday, from a few days ago, that will leave a real stain on Fury's legacy. It will leave a real stain on Fury's legacy, and I don't know if mentally he'd be able to recover from that. Losing to Usyk is one thing in an undisputed fight, but then losing to the big bodybuilding Dossa is a complete other thing. I think the Fury of rounds 4, 5 and 6 would make AJ look like a joke. AJ can't deal with fluidity like that. AJ can deal with big stiff fighters who don't really have much to offer. But I don't think he deals with the fury of those middle rounds. But will we get a Fury like that for a whole fight? I don't know. I don't know if he could sustain that for a whole fight. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Yeah, also John Fury talking over the camp, talking over Sugar Hill in the corner was awful. I mean, I feel like having John Fury in the camp was probably a good thing, because we've seen Tyson, a different Tyson Fury. He was in shape this time, didn't come fat and sloppy like previously. He came in shape, man, and it was probably a good thing to have John Fury in that camp, but not in the corner. That was a bad move. But anyway, let me know what you think of that. Let me know, do you think he should take the rematch? Can he win the rematch? What is next for Tyson Fury? Usyk has nothing left to prove, in my opinion, apart from a rematch. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.